stamp juice. Hey, get the fuck out my face. Get the fuck out my face. Yeah, I know. Now, I want y'all to take a look at these pictures. Right? Because all of the speakers got together and we took pictures. But we're so broken as a society, and we like to piggyback off things that other people say. So when I posted this picture of Miss Angela, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., and myself, I posted this picture first for a reason. And most of these weak weasels said, "Who is that? Your white zaddy?" And I laughed because I have another picture with me, Angela, and RZA. And I intentionally posted it separate so that I can hear the people's, the picture is blurry. Of course they're going to make this picture blurry. But yeah, this is the picture of me, Angela, and Robert F. Kennedy. And, you know, they said this was my white zaddy, not knowing their history, that this is Robert F. Kennedy, and I don't work with him. But if he wanted to partner with me in something, I would definitely work with him. These are some of the doctors. This young man right here on the far right, he helped create the vax. This is the other picture of myself, RZA, and Miss Angela. So I posted that one separate. They didn't call RZA my black zaddy, but somehow Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is my white zaddy. This is a lovely young lady. I'll keep forgetting her name, but she is a great speaker. She turns up every time she get behind a mic. She's a powerful voice that they also try to mute. This is another doctor with Miss Ange. And y'all go to her website, and this is how you support her. Go to her website. All of this information is up there, and you'll see every way you can support. I think it's the afk.org, but she has on her page. I don't want to butcher it, but go to her page, and you'll see every way to support. Because you support the Asian shops in your community. You support the Chinese restaurant. You support the nail shops that beat your motherfucking ass and you still go there. So support a woman that's going to your communities, and myself that's coming to the communities to help out and make a difference. Black boys don't have to turn into women to be important. Black boys can learn skills and trades in their schools and turn into hell of a niggas. And they don't have to be professional athletes. They don't have to be Rhodes scholars and talk like this. They can be regular, everyday men, and they can be assets to their community and their households where they're from. We have this thing where if you're not a celebrity and you won't accept it, then you're a nobody. And that's bullshit. It's creating animosity. It's creating men that's looking up to other men and wanting to do things to these men because they feel less than. It's creating men that want to sleep with every girl that they see a celebrity sleep with because it makes them feel like they're doing what celebrities doing. They want to buy the purses. They want to buy the cars. They want to get the men. They want to get the women. Like, stop looking up to celebrities. It's the dumbest shit in the world. They're human beings. It's just a fucking word. A lot of you smart people that work for Teach for America. I used to date a woman that was a doctor. She worked for Teach for America. You understand what a social construct, right? This is a social construct. This is not real life. A celebrity is going to get hit with the same embalming fluid that you get hit with. We breathe the same air. We have to put on the same mask. We have to do the same thing. Matter of fact, a celebrity, most often, the higher the celebrity, they live a lower class life than you. Because for that money and for those endorsements and the things that they have to do, they lose their voice. Celebrities might as well walk around like this. Because I'm a celebrity, I'm not supposed to say this. Because I'm a former basketball player, I'm not supposed to say this. And I just came to the internet and broke the mold. Fuck that. Because if I disrespect any of you on here, you wouldn't give a damn that I played basketball. Your true nature in real life would come out. You don't give a damn that I played basketball. You don't give a damn that I'm a celebrity. If that's the case, celebrities should get away with anything. They should be gods on earth. Celebrities shouldn't go to jail because they're better than you, right? Celebrities shouldn't have to open their own doors. They shouldn't have to wait in line at restaurants. If you at a table and a celebrity should walk in, you should have to get your ass up, you and your family, ain't it? Because they better than you, right? It ain't that y'all eating the same meal and that you paying for it. Yeah. The next time, get your punk ass up, you and your kids and your wife, walk the fuck out and let the celebrity sit down. If that's the case. Is that what we saying? Because if I can afford to pay for a meal, I don't give a damn if you're a celebrity. I don't give a damn who you is. I'm gonna sit my ass down here and eat my food with my family. You motherfuckers are forgetting about real life because the TV is on. You got small towns trying to shoot like the big cities. They trying to get their body count up because it's popular now. We got beautiful women saying, I want a nigga that called a body. What? Lady, that right there don't even make no damn sense. The nigga that you want that called a body, he not going to be able to be with you. He got to go to jail, baby. Or somebody going to body him. That's the way that works. You don't want no nigga that's out here catching bodies, sweetheart, if you want a family. Because the laws of nature is going to work against that individual. You don't want no street nigga, baby. You want that street nigga mentality of learning how to get some goddamn money because some of these niggas are brilliant. But you want that street nigga that understand that this is not sustainable. This is an open, I didn't have a lot of opportunities, so this is a gateway, just like the alleged other people, I ain't gonna say because they suing everybody, but just like the alleged other old school crooks, white men that came to this country and came to this country through crooking and robbing and thieving and drugging. They transitioned that to something that was sustainable. Now, if you're going to be with a street nigga, he got to be wanting to do that. This shit don't make no sense at this point. A bunch of weak-ass men code switching, cozying up to white men. You know what I do? Everywhere I go, I don't give a damn if you white or black. What's up, brother? Yes, sir. No, sir. I call a white man, brother, what's up? What's up, brother? Black man, what's up, brother? If we all supposed to be brothers and sisters in the eyes of God, what's wrong with that? Oh, I forgot. We just like to talk that shit. We just like to talk. We just like to talk that shit. Oh, and say send the link. And hold up. I want to play this before we send the link, because I want you to talk about this. This would be great. Because Straight Talk TV, I don't know who done lit a fire up under your ass, sir. But I don't even want to say ass around you, because I know you kick ass too. But you know what I mean. You ain't no weak weasel. But man, you've been killing. And I watched the first, hold on, where is it at? I was just watching it on my phone. Hold on, let me go to videos. It's right here. I was watching the first 5 minutes of this thing, man. And I want you to respond to this video. I didn't see the rest of 26 minutes, but I want to play the first 5 minutes, and then I want you to come up here and then you expound on it. I would like for Straight Talk to come up here and expound on it, because Straight Talk been on his shit. So let's play the video, and then Ange, I'm gonna drop the link, and then I hope you Straight Talk come on up here and let's have a conversation, because these guys only want to have panels when it's talking about one or two men. So salute the Straight Talk, fair use. Let me turn this thing down. Where is my damn headphone? See, this is the reason why I don't have cordless headphones. Hell, I can't even find the one with the cord on it. Oh, I gotta plug this dang on phone up.
All of the material you're going to hear and see is for fair use purposes.
Nope, not right now.
It's your girl, Kwame.
All right, so let me get this thing. All right, so let's play it.
YouTube, you want to see more of these videos. So,
video that you are
you know what I'm
about to
saying?
watch,
Please hit that like button
it
for us
doesn't have
as
all
you
of the
come in
content. You'll have to go to the
and
news channel to find it.
click
It's
join,
all over the news.
come part of the straight
But the
mob.
gentleman
And
was riding
as
his
always,
motorcycle,
thank everybody for
and
being here, giving me
he
your
didn't pay
time,
attention.
and
Nor did he slow
much
down.
appreciation goes out to you.
Hit that like button,
Yo,
hit the subscribe button.
I want
Thank
to
you
start
for
off by
tuning in,
saying
and here we go.
this whole discord
What's
in
this
our
now?
community between men and women, it has to stop and it has to change with our generation right now.
The video that we're about to get
It has
into,
to stop.
the gentleman was
Black women,
speeding in
black
a
men
high
are
school. She was
not
trying
your
to get away
enemy.
from the police.
I
Cars
repeat
didn't know he was
this
traveling at the
again.
speed
Black
that
women,
she was traveling.
black men
For that
are
matter,
not
push
your
start.
enemy.
Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button.
Black
As
men,
always, here we go.
black women is not your enemy. I repeat that again. Black men, black women is not your enemy. Because when we bicker and squabble
Watch out. Pay attention, y'all.
between each other,
Look now.
you know who suffers the most? Our kids.
Not good at all.
Because if you
he
are
decided he
a
was not ready.
black woman
Like, share,
and
and
you don't
subscribe.
like
Thank you.
black men, what's going to happen when you have a black male child? Are you going to be able to effectively parent that male child? And part of being an effective mother to a male child is allowing that male child to interact with, learn from, and know his father. Real. A lot of disingenuous information, misinformation, misguided information, wrong information, just blatant lies information has been told and preached to our people over the years, and it's time that this stuff has to stop. Anybody that's been following my channel, y'all know back when I first started my channel, I did a little mini documentary on exactly how the government, after the civil rights and Black Panther movements, used feminism to infiltrate and cause discord and start the breakup process of black families. That's why, you know, in the rural communities, when a farmer or somebody like that needs government assistance, they don't tell the farmer he has to put his wife out to get government assistance for the farm. But in the low income and black communities, if a family needs help in the form of government assistance, it can't be no man there. So you have effectively removed the father.
Why is that?
The family. Separated the man from the family. Now we have millions of fatherless families, and we're seeing the consequences and the repercussions of those actions. It's just facts, people. But I want y'all to check out a little bit of Tazo TV. Salute to that brother, man. He is on fire. He is doing his thing, but at the same time, he's preaching truth. Like, if you listen to this young brother's words, he's mature way beyond his years. For real, so salute to that brother, man. Big shout outs. Straight Talk TV rocking with you. For real, man. I'd like to see that. But we gonna check out a little of his video. I want y'all to see that, you know what I'm saying, it's certain things between the male and female diaspora of the black community that we gotta start addressing. And yes, females, y'all finna be called out for some for some of your actions. Not all, but some. Because we hear men faults every day. Every day you can hear a new media something with listing every fault of a black man. We talk about black men every day.
Now, this is a part that I didn't hear. Do y'all want to keep going a little bit more, or do you want me to drop the link, have Straight Talk and Miss Angela come on in? Because I didn't hear this part. But he did say he's about to get on some women, so I didn't hear this part. But let's listen to about 1 or 2 more minutes, and I'm going to drop the link.
We're going to start talking about some of these misinformation and lies that our sisters is perpetrating.
But yeah, so my thing, hey, what's up, Skinny Jane? Shout out to everybody in the chat. Hey, listen, before I really get too distracted, I want to drill home my point, y'all. So excuse me and please bear with me, right? What y'all think men do when we get together? Like, it's nothing wrong with men getting together and having conversation about whatever we want to talk about. That's our right as men. It makes no sense to me how women are so quick to come and tell men how to be men. We don't tell y'all how to be women, so why y'all always telling us how to be a man, bro?
That's facts right there. Like, you know, if a man walked up to a woman or a group of women and started trying to tell women how to be women, the first thing he finna get is, oh, you don't know nothing about being a woman and this and that, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, we see this every day where, you know, somebody is trying to tell a man exactly what a man's supposed to be. And usually the people saying it are not men.
Let us do what we do as men. If it's not your cup of tea, then move along. This woman left and made a whole live about how we're weird for talking about another man, and it's 3 men talking about another man. But she stood around and watched. She also came up on the panel and tried to be a part of the conversation. Why didn't you just leave and go watch men that you think don't act like other than men? You know what I'm saying? Like,
see, you know, that's starting to attribute to what I always say. It's we have a lot of narcissism in our society, men and women. It's a lot of narcissistic personalities in our society. This is narcissism. Like, I'm gonna be there. You're gonna listen to me. You're gonna do this. Like, who are you? Nobody has to listen to you.
you see that a lot on YouTube, and not just on YouTube. You see that shit in real life a lot. Black women don't know how to stay in a fucking place, yo. And I'm not talking about all. I'm talking about some. Shout out to Lonnie. Lonnie One Love. You are a good example of a black woman on YouTube. You hardly judge. You give your opinion. You know what I'm saying? But it be a respectful opinion. And you really like, you take it all in as entertainment. So shout out to Lonnie One Love. But then there's some on YouTube, man, like this woman, Lady Snoop, and others. They get real mad about how men are acting on YouTube as if we asking for y'all approval for the way we act. Nobody.
Facts. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, I'm gonna be honest with you. They using black men as their whipping boys. They willing to sell their sons, their brothers, cousins, uncles, daddies. They willing to sell them down the road for $1. Down the road, I mean into the system. For real. That's basically what they saying. Because when you spend your day, black man this, black man that, these niggas this, and all of that type of stuff, like, you talking about your son. You talking about your father, your uncle, your brother. You can't be that bitter where you hate them too. And then, if all you know is bad men in your life, and you've never met a so-called good man that lives up to your standards, then why are you trying to give somebody advice on what a good man is when you've never met one in your eyes? Just saying.
Nobody's asking for y'all approval. You know what I'm saying? Like, let a man be the way he want to be on YouTube. If he want to use his channel to talk about another man, that's his right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, what's crazy is we don't do that to y'all. You hardly see a black man come on YouTube and be like, "Oh, you see these females on YouTube, they get together and he just be bashing black men." You see it all the time with Cynthia G and Tasha K and whatnot.
Y'all, Cynthia G has a whole platform dedicated to proving how much the black man ain't shit, while at the same time raising a black son. Not nobody's questioning her parenting skills or what her parenting skills even are, because we don't know.
All right, y'all want to watch the rest of the video? Go to his talk video and watch the rest of it. He said some interesting things. We got Ange in the back. We got Straight Talk in the back. Let's get them both up. He stopped at the part where they said they're using black men as the whipping boys, and they're willing to sell us up the river. And I want to know from a woman's perspective. Talk and Straight Talk, the man who did the video. Let's get into it. What's up? Salute both of y'all.
Salute.
What's going on with it? Ange, I know you on the way down, so can we start with Ange and then Straight Talk? You can finish it up.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So I want to say this, right? So I'm a huge supporter of uplifting black men, and we gotta uplift each other. I know y'all want to put the subject on, black men, and not necessarily, well, some of the things that black women do, and not necessarily black men. And I've raised sons and daughters without the father, so I could go all day about what men do. But I do want to talk on what women do, because there are some areas that we can be better, right? And what I'm starting to see is a trend of mothers that believe in, because they carried the baby and had the baby, that the baby just strictly belonged to them, and they want to use the child as a pawn, and they want to tear down the father, not even understanding that if you tear down the father, you're also tearing down the child.
Fact.
And the reason that you are tearing down the child is because, and I can just give you an example of my own personal life. Like, me and my son's father, although we didn't get along, but I never went after him to put white people in our business, to try to have him locked up, to try to destroy any brand that he was building, because he just lost his life in March, and everything that he had went to my child. So if I'm thinking about the best interests of my children, then the best interest of my children is for both parents, right? To be in the best position possible to leave an inheritance. And if we are tearing each other down because we no longer get along, or because I'm jealous he don't moved on, or she jealous, or whatever the situation may be, then we have to understand that the only person that is hurting is the child. Now, I will say this, work needs to be done on both sides. And I'm not going to get on no platform and just try to destroy women because I watched my grandmother, I watched my mother, and I even watched myself. And many of you know how it's been. Your own mother's trying to raise you all without a father or without that fatherly figure. So at the same time, in telling this truth, right, I do want to say my hats are off to my sisters who, like me, stayed 10 toes down and had to raise our kids, whether the man left
Salute to all of y'all.
whatever.
Real
but
salute.
there is work that has to be done on both sides, and that's my 2 cents on that.
Let me this answer before we let Straight Talk go in on it. Here's my thing. It seems like we definitely understand because my mother raised me without a father and this and that. But it seemed like the old school women didn't take on this identity of I can do it on my own. My mother understood that I needed to be raised by a man. So she went after men that she felt that was in the community that can teach me how to be a man. So she didn't just say I could do this on my own. What do you say to the women that are saying that and have fathers that's there? Because it seems like the fathers that's there and trying to be there, we get railroaded the most.
Y'all are getting railroaded, and that's wrong. Because baby, if that was just your child and you didn't need that man, then he wouldn't have been able to get you pregnant. What we have to understand is that it takes a man and a woman to create a life. So a man and a woman, for one, have to come together to even create that life. So if we know, and I'm driving with my knees, Kwame, you gotta be
Don't go to twerking like these rappers now. Don't go to twerking like the rappers.
You gotta be at least 6 feet to be able to do this. But listen, if it takes a man and a woman to create that life, if the creation of life needs the balance between man and a woman, then we should know that the existence of life, right, should also need the balance of man and woman. Now, we know there are some instances where we don't have that, but that doesn't mean that we should be intentionally depriving our child of that motherly and fatherly role, because there is a reason to have both, and we know this because the life can't be created without both. So we gotta get back to our natural origin. And listen, women, you robbing the child. Like, women be thinking they doing it for them. Oh, I'ma hurt this man. You're hurting the child. It's the child's father. You can go on and get married and get another man and go on with your life, but that child cannot have another father. Yeah, you can get somebody to play the role of a father, but that child's father is always going to be the father, just like you always going to be the mama. And we need to start thinking about all this before we start getting caught up in these lustful relationships and creating these babies and realizing we done had a baby with somebody we can't even stand.
All right, Straight Talk. I believe that was an impactful video. We didn't watch all of it, but you can expound on the rest of it. But the parts that we just watched, I think you guys were spot on. So can you tell me why you decided to do that? And I think you've been doing a great job.
Yes, when I seen salute to Tazo TV, that young brother has been on it. And when I seen his video, it started making me think about, like, when I back when I first started my channel, I did like a little mini doc about how, like, at the end of the civil rights movement and all of that stuff, how, like, the government started intentionally trying to destroy the foundation of the black family and how they did it. And, you know, they used the feminist movement and a couple implants they had, or agents they had within side of that movement, to, you know, spread disinformation and all of that stuff between black men and black women. And how, like, you know, if a farmer in their family needs assistance, the government don't tell that farmer, hey, you got to put your wife out of the house to get this assistance. But if you, not just black people, but if you a low income family, if you need that same government assistance, you gotta put your men, the father, the leader of that family out of the house just to get this assistance, when the whole purpose of assistance should be helping the entire family. You know what I mean? Like, instead of putting that father out of his own family, ostracizing him from his own family, help that father get a job, or help that father get the education that he needs to go get the job that he needs, instead of just ostracizing him from the family. Like, oh no, your family can't get no help if you're here, so leave. No, like that's not. I just feel like that's not the right solution. And you know, the other parts I was talking about. Now, this is not pertaining to all women.
Facts.
This is those women that we see sitting around every day that everything come out their mouth is something negative about a black man. Oh, black men don't do this. Black men don't do that. Black men don't do that. How about say all the black men that you know don't do this? Don't say all black men, because I know some black men just in my neighborhood that wake up every day and take it to the max. Like, my neighbor is a plumber who owns his own plumbing company. Every day this man wakes up and take it to the max. Sometimes he get called out to people's houses at 12, 1 o'clock at night because some emergency done happened. You know what I mean? But when we say, when you hear a plumber, in our society nowadays, a plumber might as well be a McDonald's worker, because, you know, as black men, we trying to compete against this image of the rapper with the big Maybach Benz and the Audemars and all of that stuff. Like, that's what's considered a good man now.
Not to cut you off, that's because they confused. I had a situation like you talking about where I had my hot water heater, the pipe burst open off my hot water heater. My whole basement was flooded. I didn't know how to do it. Shit, I'm not a plumber. I had to call the emergency number. That man saved my basement. He brought the little dry back machines and got the water out. The humidifiers, had to cut the drywall out. He saved my basement. I had water shooting so much in my basement. I'm like, dang. So you can't look at the one style of man is not the man that's going to do it. There's many different men. And as long as you respect me as a man, I respect you as a man. Every man and woman is different. We bring different jewels to the table. That doesn't make me better. That doesn't make me less. It's just, let's talk collectively, and you bring your skills, I bring mine. That's how we build. We have been taught to fight each other. If that plumber can't read as well as another black man, then we'll highlight the fact that he can't read that good. But this like my house. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, that's the only thing that defines him. You know what I mean? When he's so much more than that. You know what I mean? Like for me, example, when I was in the military, you know, while you're in the military, you can go to school for free. So while I was in there, you know what I'm saying, I got my certification for a diesel mechanic. Then after I got out, I went back to school and I got my electrician's apprentice certification and my welding certification. You know what I mean? Well, straight talk, I gotta say, so you're a bad man. You'll never go broke. Hey, let me hop
in for a minute.
Yeah, this man ain't never gonna go homeless.
And let me just say something. Like, when I was younger, I used to be hooked on that. Like, I always wanted, you know, the man that had the flyest car, the most money, the most flash, and all the jewels, because we was caught up in that, right? Not realizing that the lifestyle he was living was going to get him locked up and sent to prison for 10 years and leave me out here raising these children alone. Not realizing that everything that we had built was on a weak foundation. attention because as soon as he get popped, the police gonna kick in the door, the FBI, and they taking everything that we felt like we built for. So now, as an older woman, what I tell younger women who I mentor is, nah, you want that man that got that 9 to 5, that's making that honest, legal money, because that's the one that's going to be there to protect and provide for his family. So I think that we have been looking at things all wrong, you know, and what you're talking about, and I'm going to let y'all go after this because I got to hit this road, but what we're talking about the government coming in and removing the father from the home is so true. And that's one of the things that broke me away from, as they say, the Democrat plantation, because they came in and removed the father, right, and put the government as the daddy. We ain't seen none of our fathers, those of us that had them, walking around with no lipstick on and no wigs and switching. That was not the role model. That was not the life that they displayed for our children. The reason our children are getting caught up in this lifestyle now is because the government is the daddy. The media is the daddy. The internet is the way son honoring Kobe Bryant by wearing a dress. We don't even see Kobe Bryant's own daughters wearing dresses, saying that we are honoring, right, our father. I don't know what type of honor, you know, this is, but we got everybody looking at what's supposed to be these spokespersons for our communities, or the setting example for our communities, and it's all wrong. And we got to get away from the media. We got to get away from the government. We got to get away from these influencers and go back to what we know to be factual, and what we know to be common sense, and what we know to be natural. And that's how we're going to survive.
Man, I'm talking about man. I don't even know what to say after that.
I'm out. I love y'all.
I appreciate it. Dropping them.
Salute to you, Miss Ange.
Yep. Let me say something to this clown that said all I had to do was, what did he say? All I had to do was turn off the water main. See, that's the thing. Straight talk, what is it with these clowns? I said a plumber saved my house, saved my basement, and he had to cut the drywall. So clearly I wasn't home at the time, so there was enough water that it damaged the drywall. Yeah. That ain't the gist of what I'm saying. I'm not a plumber by trade. If all this happened and you came downstairs and your whole basement is flooded, sure, I knew how to shut the water off, but how do I get this water out and fix this pipe and all that? That's not something that I do.
Because they choose to make... They choose to make these comments without listening to the whole statement. They hear the first line of your comment, so let me hurry up and type something sarcastic. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I call it lame brain. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's why I call them tampons and lame brains.
I love that tampon. I agree with you on that one.
They can't listen to the, how can you know anything without listening? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You can't know what I said if you only heard half of what I said. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. These people, man.
Let me get some other guys up. This Miss Matthews. This what's up, brother? Let me get everybody up. And hey, straight talk. I wanted to ask you something real quick. Let me mute everybody's mic. Hold on, because a lot of people give me some feedback. Hold on. Did you see last night? I guess Tough Love and FYF Sports and all these guys had a panel, and this guy pretends to be so positive, but how come his panel was all of the people that don't like Kwame?
You know, I didn't see it, but I can already tell you without looking at it why that happens. See, when something don't go a certain way for these people, the first thing they do is go try to find other people that don't like somebody, and they try to band together and group together in some kind of way in their mind that equates to, I'm going to steal some shine, I'm going to get some views or get some subscribers. See, everything is about views and subscribers with these type people. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, they don't understand that it's real people out here like you, like me, like Mr. Skinny. we don't necessarily care about how many subscribers we got.
Yeah.
Because if I had 1 subscriber or I had 100,000 subscribers, my message is still gonna be the same. They don't understand that even your subscribers or the people that watch your videos can pick up on the fakeness without nobody even having to tell them. I mean, they're watching you. You know what I mean? Like when people watch your show, for instance, they know what they gonna get. They know you gonna give your honest assessment and your honest opinion to what the topic is. When they watch Straight Talk TV, they know I'm gonna give you my honest opinion. And at the end of the day, that's what that is. My opinion.
My fucking opinion. Right.
You know what I mean? Like I had a dude tell me last night, Straight Talk, you're wrong on this one. And I'm thinking to myself, how can my opinion be wrong?
The only way it's wrong is if you don't state it.
You know what I mean? How can my opinion be wrong? I'm stating an opinion, not presenting it to you as a fact.
Because some really smart people they understood how to trick the brain. Now your opinion hurts my feelings, so you shouldn't say your opinion because I'm hurt by it. Yep. But back in the day, we used to say, man, you better man the fuck up. This is my opinion. You're not going to stop me from talking. We're keeping people from having conversations based on our fragile emotions.
You know, I think, and I could be wrong, but I think every young male that graduates high school should do at least 2 years of military service.
Yeah.
And a lot of this will change.
Mm-hmm. Since they're going to take the fathers out the home where they only get one side of the opinion, so they need to get some. We got to have both sides of the coin, because males see things different than females see it. A female might think, like, you know how it is when we were young. I was having this conversation with a friend. She said, yeah, when I was in college, a man would say, come over and watch movies at 9 o'clock. And she said she wouldn't receive it from other men when they would tell her, like, why are you going over to another guy at 9:30, 10 o'clock at night? And so she said she only received it when one of her friends told her, like, girl, what are you doing? What, you think he really want to watch a movie with you? Because how it starts, we all have done that. Yeah, come on, watch a movie, baby. I just want to watch a movie. Then let's get a little comfortable. Then we stretch our arms out. Then we try to,
and chill.
Hey. So you need that man in the household to tell that little girl, no, baby girl. Yeah, he telling you he want to watch it. Watch the goddamn movie. But he's trying to do so. He's trying to make a movie with you. You know what I mean?
Kwame.
And so when you around a bunch of women, some women will just say every man not like that. When they ain't never met a man that wasn't like that.
Yeah.
And even the man that's talking nice to you want to have sex with you.
Yeah.
Franklin still want to have sex. So I don't understand that. Your number one job and your number one thing as a woman, almost every conversation, especially if you're an attractive woman, that man wants some sex from you.
He wants something.
He wants something out of you, and you got to know what it is that person wants.
Yeah.
I look at every situation like, what does this person want from me? And if I can deal with what they want from me, we can continue the conversation. But if I can't, then the conversation is over. Why can't women think a little more lines of logic instead of that? Is it because the fathers have been out of the home?
Hey,
you know.
Hey, Kwame.
Check out some of the things they had.
Go ahead.
Hey, Kwame, how you doing, man?
What's up?
Hey, man, I'm gonna just give you one word, and I'm gonna get out of here and get back in the chat. Indoctrination.
Mm-hmm.
That's all they ever feed us, and they try to indoctrinate what it is, how they want us to live, how they want us to go, how they want us to raise our kids, how they want us to think. They trying to indoctrinate us. And see, it's brothers like you, Straight Talk, Casino for Life, and other brothers that I listen to that allow me to keep my mind not focused on what they trying to indoctrinate us with. You dig what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I have to keep feeding my mind with positive thinking brothers, like you bring on the panel, like you have conversations with, like you have a strong woman like Angela Staton on the panel. You dig where I'm coming from? And to know that, okay, say, man, I'm on the right track. I'm doing something right. And for me, I've never been one to build just to get in somewhere just to be because you're popular. You know what I'm saying? I set my own trend. So right now I'm setting the trend of being what you guys are speaking of. You know, standing on your square, being a man, and just showing your kids, hey man, you're a boy and that's a girl. It ain't no such thing to me as neutral gender. You're a girl, you're a boy. That's what I teach my son. See, they trying to get us into this thing where everything is on an even playing field. This life is not on an even. We as black people are not on an even playing field.
Well, I say this: if everything on the playing field, when somebody kick the door in, you go see what's wrong.
Exactly. Exactly.
I sit right here. I hide in the closet. You go see what's wrong.
Exactly. So at the end of the day, bro, like I say, I ain't gonna be long. Thank you, brothers. Hey man, y'all do what you do. I'm gonna be back in the chat, man. Y'all, I'm gonna let some of these other brothers chime in.
Salute. Miss Dale, what you got? Mama Dale, what you got?
I wanted to, how y'all doing? Black men. I love what I'm saying here. I'm proud of y'all. Kwame, you said, when I first started listening to you, you said that the elders, and I consider myself an elder amongst you, that we were just waiting on somebody to say it. And we were. I 100% support you, Kwame. Straight talk.
Thank you.
Our families are fractured. And we need our families back together. Our men have been taken out of the home, and the women have assumed the masculine energy. And as a result of that, don't no man want to come around a woman with all this masculinity. And
I don't.
I know. Nobody does. That's why we're having the problem in our community right now.
Because it's the road to prison. Just think about it. I'm a masculine man. I can't get masculine back with you. If my woman has took on my role and she's pretending like I'm the aggressor, but she aggressed me, then I got, what am I gonna do? How is that?
Because women usually hit first.
Beat up by my woman.
Yeah, women hit first. When a man is involved, women hit first. And when the police come, it was a woman attacking her husband a couple of months ago. And he called and he said, a black man, he said, she's attacking me. She got a knife. Even when they got there, the child was at the door, like, they up there. My mama stabbing my dad.
And they shot him. I saw it.
Shot him.
Yeah. Yep.
So these are the kind of things we are dealing with because of our families being fractured. And the man is out of the home. These women are bringing all kind of different boyfriends around their children. They don't know how to cook. They, just wilding out, wearing all these revealing clothes. We're revealing clothes. But understand the energy that's going to come with those revealing clothes. And so it's like, I almost want to open a mentoring class for young black women, because I told, I was in your chat, Kwame, and I follow you. I see all your videos, you two, Straight Talk, and Angela. So teaching them how to cook and raise a family. I'm not perfect by no means, but I know women of our generation, we know. And sometimes they say that our generation dropped the ball. That could be true, because we have been in survival mode. And we have been doing things to survive. I worked for the state for a little over 30 years, and I retired. So I was a 9-to-5er. I have my own business now. So I was a 9-to-5er. So I had to drop my kids off school. I went through a divorce, so I was a single parent. So I know what it's like to have that dad in the house and what it's like to not have him there. Women, you want and need a man. Even if you don't have sons. But if you have sons, you need a man. You want that son to grow up to be a man? He needs to be raised by a man that loves him.
Yeah.
You know, so.
And that's the important part, that loves him. They don't understand that. They think the mentors will do it. The guy you met out of prison, the guy you met on the internet, he doesn't have a connection with that child.
Exactly.
And I think at the end of the day, you know, daughters need their fathers too. Because I have 4 daughters. And I know just from my daughters, like, they come to me with all kinds of problems every day. Daddy, what you think about this? Dad, what you think about this and this and that? And I can only imagine the answers that they would get from other men if I wasn't here. You know what I mean?
I've raised 6 sons. And that's what me and Angie need to have a conversation on the abortion thing. But they all have daughters. 2 of them have daughters. And they are at the games, at the basketball. You have no idea. My 13-year-old granddaughter, the questions that she come to my son with, they are now teaching. I think she's in the 6th or 7th grade. They are now teaching homosexuality, sex.
What?
In school. And we're down here in Houston, and they are so now she has to come to her dad, and he has to tell her the raw truth about it because she's getting it from school. You know, he didn't have a plan on talking. Her mom talks to her about, you know, sex and, you know, women's issues and, you know, things like that. But he didn't think he was going to have to be talking to her about homosexual sex at that age. So it's so many things that we need a real paradigm shift in our community as Black people as to what we're going to accept and what we're not going to accept. In the schools, we need to go from the top to the bottom, bottom to the top. We need to change this thing. If we don't, we are losing our children.
Listen, this is what I don't understand about that. In our society, we teach kids that heterosexual sex shouldn't be engaged in until you're an adult. But yet, they turn around and teach that same kid homosexual sex.
Right there. Let's give King 5 a chance to say so. What's up, brother?
What's good with y'all, brother?
Salute to you.
Salute to you.
I'm good, you hear me? I just wanted to touch on pretty much everything y'all been talking about. So with the whole taking the man out the home thing, I think that emasculates the home, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I pretty much feel like the people that's celebrities right now getting rewarded for emasculating their home. You look at Dwayne Wade, he the owner of part owner of the Jazz. He got his own TV show, you hear me, Q. And then look what he doing to his son. The same token on Magic Johnson. Look what he did to his son. Look what he got. You hear me? So these people using their children as pawns. You can call it sacrifice, you can call it whatever it is, but they actions speak for itself. And I feel like we need to call out these people instead of praising them. You hear me? So I feel like that's the biggest thing. Just looking at these people's actions and taking away the basketball shit, because that really don't mean nothing. You hear me? You take that game away, what they is. People that sell their kids out for a game, monetary gain.
Man, you sound like you from New Orleans.
Yeah, you hear me? I'm 23. You hear me? I'm young.
Yeah.
I'm going to New Orleans tonight.
y'all young boys connected to something. Y'all, that culture down there in New Orleans is different. It's not like New Orleans. I wish they can get you young brothers some opportunity and some things, because y'all creative mind. Y'all come up with your own language. Y'all come up with your own things, your own dances, your own everything. If you guys can turn that into not turning your gun on your fellow man. I know it's a lot of stuff that's going on, but if we can get you young guys to really just wake up, that's what they're afraid of. And what you just said was absolute facts. They make it look like this is the thing to be. If you do this, you'll be rich beyond your wildest dreams. You'll have the biggest house. These guys are miserable behind the scenes. You know how it is not being real to yourself and not connected to something. If you're not being real, everybody else might think you good and you straight, but inside you know it. Inside you know it. So salute to you, young man. You got a YouTube page? Anything people can get in
Yes,
contact with?
salute, young man.
Nah, so put it like this. I wanted to hop on your live, and I ain't never making no videos. I just been watching you for like pretty much since you had blew up type shit. Cause same scenario, I thought you was a bust, but I ain't never seen you play at all. You hear me? Just from what the media say, lame niggas like Stephen A. Smith. You hear me? Just putting that shit out there, disrespecting your name, tarnishing your image. You hear me? So just listening to you, I just felt like I had to get on this bitch and speak out. So this is my YouTube, but I ain't never dropped no video. You hear me? So if I get people subscribing, I'll talk on that bitch. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Something like that, but I don't be on no media or nothing like that. I'm just focused on my family, trying to get some land, like you be talking about, trying to start my own businesses. You hear me? Get into these different lanes. You hear me? And leave this shit alone in the streets and just focus on what you got to do. Because a lot of people
while you're doing those things, while you're taking those steps, just record a couple-minute video, 5-10 minutes. When you out there working, just record it. Trust me, there's other things on YouTube. I Google how to fix such and such, and believe it or not, those videos will have 1.8 million views on how to fix anything, how to fix your laptop. So whatever skill that you have, you can monetize it, my brother. That's what I try to get people to understand. You young brothers I'm telling you, if you guys wake up, you guys are the future. They are afraid of you guys. Chief Keef turned a video into him jumping in his living room into $1 million empire. Soldier Boy taught the world how to go direct to consumer. They are afraid of you young guys. They're trying to make you guys stay fighting and feuding and angry with each other, just like they're trying to do the adults. But if I was you, my brother, just stay positive and keep going, bro. And it's crazy that you said that. You're a 23-year-old man. You never saw another man play, but you knew another black brother as a bust that you never even saw play a game. So if that's not social engineering, if that's not what the media wants you to see your black brother as, then have you ever seen a white guy get taught that their leader was a bust or their person that they can look up to is a bust? I've never seen it.
Nah, the white folks, they don't even tell their sons to go play the game. They tell them go on the team.
Yes, sir. STEM and all these programs. So, man, shout out to you, man. Start posting some videos. I'll subscribe to your page. And everybody watching, go subscribe to his page, man. And just get out content. You never know when it'll take off. Just put it out. If you rap, put it out. If you can dance, put it out. It's content. And it's your content. You know what I mean? So,
yes, I've been emailing you for months, brother. Check your email. So I got
there's so many emails. I need to get another email. I got so many emails. I tell you what, I'm gonna subscribe to your page right now, so I can write up under the comments or something. Hold on, let me go to YouTube. Cause bro, I swear to God, boy. Hey, look at when I put my email on the internet, I need an email assistant.
I feel you. But I just feel like with everything you've been doing, I feel like you be right about checking these dudes about playing with you, but I just feel like the type of person you is, all the shit that you done gained, these dudes don't really even deserve your energy. You hear me?
Right.
Type shit like you really done did something nobody could speak. No, they got like a black thing on it, and it say King 5 on it.
And I agree. I definitely agree with you. And I'm switching lanes, and that's why I'm starting to go to those colleges. I'm gonna piss them off now. But I'm gonna start going to colleges like Stephen A. Smith did and breathe life into these young men to show them like what we got programmed into people's mind is the doom and gloom side. We give young men excuses. We tell them, "Oh, you grew up without a father. You grew up in the ghetto. You grew up in this." Well, the system is designed for you to grow up in the ghetto. So that doesn't mean you got to kill each other. That means that y'all can build together. It's free housing in the hood. Just think about if people start thinking about what's actually going on. You don't have to pay your rent. If everybody band together, there's some people I know, I rent houses to Section 8 people. Some of them have to pay $15 to me. $10. So all you have to pay is $10. Find you a hustle. When I grew up, we had a freeze cup lady. We had people doing all kinds of things that would make money on the side. And I'm not telling nobody what to do on the internet, but I'm just saying, whatever skill that you have, if you know how to make gloves, if you know how to make masks, do those things because we seem like the only group that we think it's lame to sell stuff. The Spanish guys come over here, they're selling corn and with mayonnaise on top. They're making plenty of money because they're not shameful of the work. That's why when I came to the internet, I said, do the work. Everybody can't wear Givenchy, Louis Vuitton, and all these things that these kids are selling their soul over. And mind you, we're dying over this white man's product that we're going to sell drugs, putting our family at risk, buying these belts, shoes, and hats to go brag about it and then go to jail. If you're going to live that life, do it honorably. Do it, say, oh, I'm not saying that this is what I want to do, but if I'm going to hit this lick is going to turn into something legit. And I understand I'm going to have to accept the consequences that come with it if this thing go bad. I'm not going to take somebody else from their house. I'm not going to do none of that. I'm going to be conscious. If this is what I'm going to do, it can go this way or it can go this way. And that's how we got to start making decisions from a realistic standpoint. But
Yes,
so,
sir.
young man, I'm trying to find, hold up.
It's just like in the
Hey,
on my name.
up.
It's just like this: King 5 with the 5 all together in caps.
I type it in like that, and it keeps showing the same thing.
See, I don't even want you to link with me. You hear me?
Man,
Go to just keep scrolling.
what's your IG page?
I'm gonna download that bitch back. But TS and then the number 5. Cause I don't be on that social media shit. That's how they be fucking these little niggas' minds.
I know. You right about that. I'm just trying to link to this King 5 page, but man, YouTube so crazy.
Get me on Instagram. I'll download the app back and link with you.
All right, hold on. Let me put it in my notes.
Yes, sir.
What is it again?
TS5, the number 5, and then IBEE.
Okay, TS, the number 5, IBEE.
No, that's catchy.
All right, I got you, brother. Salute to you, man.
Hey, appreciate you, brother. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful young man.
Yeah, man. I like the young jokers, man. Them young jokers, they're the future.
Yes.
Yeah.
They gonna take us where we need to
They
go.
scared of these young guys, man.
Kwame, can I say something and then I have to go because I'm going to New Orleans?
Yes, ma'am.
I got to pack. Can I say something real quick?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Kwame, I meant to send you these back when we was on Tammy real hard, but I never got to it. Can you see them?
Yes,
it's
ma'am.
American flag shades.
Uh-huh.
I wanted you to stun on Tammy one time.
All right.
I'll get around to sending them. But Tammy is old news, okay? Yeah. We got bigger and better things to do.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as Miss Angela, I wanted to talk to her because I gave myself a chance about a couple of months ago and I listened to her.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized that she think like I think.
Right.
And most of the Black women I know think like that.
Absolutely.
We haven't been giving ourselves a chance to open up. People are so enslaved to the Democratic platform. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But now we have an opportunity. Instead of being scared of Trump, I'm not a Trump supporter, but if I choose to be one, I will be one. I'm with the person who is going to do the most for my Black community. Right. But now that Biden is in, okay, we look at what Trump did, how Trump was, what he did. Now that we have Biden in, now we have a measure, we have something to compare, okay? Biden, he gave trans, illegals, Asians, specific bills, some North Indians, and now,
you speaking facts right now. What did we get? Add in the part what we got.
His ass to kiss.
Nothing.
And in New York, they are letting illegal immigrants vote. Okay, they're letting illegal immigrants vote in New York. Okay, this is what Biden has done for Black people. All of that. Contrast to what Trump did.
So can I ask you this? I keep saying it all the time. I said, and I'm gonna let the young brother that just came up because he was on before. I'm gonna let him say something after this.
Okay.
I keep saying on the internet that they're not gonna need the black vote in 2024. With the amount of illegals coming over here, with the respect that they have for the Ukraine border, but they don't have the same respect for our border, I think they're afraid of black folks waking up. So they have to combat that while letting all these illegals over here, giving them better rights than us, better health care than us, and a right to vote, so that they're in debt to this same party that we were indebted to. So now they're going to vote for this party. They no longer need black folks. So these privatized prisons that they're building, I think they're building them for us. What do you think?
That is true. The private prisons are for us. Okay, they're for mainly our black men. That's what that whole business construct is about. But as far as the other people voting for the Democrats, that's called a buffer class of people. That's why they're giving them trying to give them 450,000. That's why they when the stimulus came out, they got 15,000. We got 1,500. So all of these things are, and they want these ingratiating these people. So when voting time comes around, they'll vote for them, and we will be outnumbered. Actually, I believe with all the abortion and the Planned Parenthood and all that, they are trying to erase us. That's what I think. But as far as the vote is concerned, black people are the one who gave Biden that victory.
Yes, they did.
And I feel like in 2024, we need to band together. We need to mobilize, and we need to go to the person who is going to do something for us. Trump offered Ice Cube 500. I thought it was 500 billion, but I heard someone say 500 million.
I think it's 500
but
billion.
At least he offered him something. That's a negotiating point. You know, so we should go with the people who's going to do something for our people and let the Asians vote for them. The Asians don't vote Democratic. Illegals, they don't vote for them. A lot of illegals and Hispanic people I know, they vote Republican if they vote at all. Because see, they really don't have to vote to get what they need and what they want. You know, so they it's a waste of money. But they don't even vote. They don't come here to vote and get into our political mess. That's for the American people to do. That's for us. They come over here to get their trinkets and, you know, relax, be with their family, get their money, get their job. They're not trying to, we are the ones doing all the work. Just like when Stacey Abrams, and this was so nonsensical to me because she flipped Georgia. And what did she get out of it? That's crazy to me. Yep. So when Trump was president, I'm going to say this and I'm going to go because I'm going to New Orleans and I'm kind of hyped about that. But Trump, when he was in office, the more and more things happen, the more and more I like Trump, okay? When he was in office, right, he had everybody up in that White House. The White House is our house, right? He had everybody up in there. He had Kim Kardashian. He had Kanye West, Angela. He had Diamond and Silk. He had so many black people, and he was listening to them, and he was acting on their suggestions. He let all these people out of jail. Joe Biden put them in, but Trump let them out. The gas was fine. And everybody was talking about what if he pushed the button for a nuclear war? Trump wasn't gonna push nobody. Come on. No, he loved America. That's the thing. And we are Americans. Trump loves America so much that he loved the people. He loved us, Americans. He proved it by his actions.
So what do you say to the people that say Trump only did this and that to get our vote?
Well,
I don't know what he was supposed to do.
Well, our vote should be for sale to the highest bidder.
Yep.
Who's going to do the most for our people? And I don't want a trinket. I don't want a June 19th. I don't want a quarter. I don't want whoever is going to do the
A
most.
statue, none of that.
We don't want none of that. We don't want no MLK drives, and we don't want the streets and the statues and the George Floyd. No, we want actual tangibles. We want money like the Asians got. And once we get that, we'll be good.
Yep.
You know, healthcare, that's a thing. But our people have been brainwashed and they are backwards in their thinking. That's why I so like your term, Kwame, the go along, get along game. Because it's like you have to think and act and talk and walk how they want you to. But we are individual peoples, and we come from a different stock than everybody else around us because of our past, our ancestors. So I feel like we need to band together and vote. I feel like we need to vote for Trump, because if he's going to do what he did last time, you know he'll do even more now for us to get him back in for our vote.
Mama Deb, you just became public enemy #1.
Okay, and I'm with it. I'm with it. What you gonna do? You know, because look, what have you like? Okay, the saying is, if you want something different, you have to do something different, right?
Yep.
Right.
So we got to do something different. Joe Biden, he showed us that if y'all vote Democrat again, y'all some fools. If we vote Democrat, we fools, and we're much better than that, y'all. We're much better than that. We are
Joe Biden with all the Democrats in control of the House and the Senate. He still can't get his Build Back Better plan passed. He can't get police reform passed. What happened to the George Floyd Act? Like, you know, this man cannot accomplish anything. So how can he be an effective leader? Why should we throw our support behind Joe Biden when he can't even get his own agenda up and running with members of his own party?
That's right.
You know what I mean? So I don't understand the blind support that us as black people is supposed to just throw behind Democrats every election. For all the support that we've had or thrown behind Democrats, what have we gotten?
Nothing.
They don't want to have that conversation.
Nothing. And straight talk, the reason why he can't get anything passed, Joe Biden can't get nothing passed, because he don't want to get it passed.
Yeah.
He don't want it done. He wants to keep us in an underclass without voting rights. He wants to keep, you know, that man didn't care nothing about George Floyd.
Yeah.
You know, he didn't care about the man. He cared more about the man that was sitting on George Floyd's neck than he did about George Floyd. And it's because he does not want to, he don't want to do it, because it would give us a little bit more power, a little bit more encouragement, a little bit more self-esteem, but he want to keep us down. And that's why he's bringing in all these illegals. That's why he's paying them. And that he is trying to erase us, y'all. And we got to do something about it. I want the women, y'all listen to Angela. She think like we think.
They need black people to remain a victim class.
Yeah. Yeah. And but at the same time, we doing all the work. Stacey Abrams flipped Georgia, but she didn't get nothing out of it, and black people didn't get nothing out of it. She mad now, you know, but that's crazy. No.
You gotta understand how many celebrities and this is why I speak on the go along, get along gang, is because our celebrities are for hire. They understand it's all about who we like. No offense to Cardi B, but she should have never interviewed a president. Not as a black woman that came from her background. We should have had a different type of black woman who has been doing great works in the community, and this is no disrespect
Yes.
to her, but that's just my opinion.
Yep.
And so we use somebody like a Cardi B or these influencers with a large following, and all people do is just follow. If Cardi B says it, she has 30 million subscribers or however many. I don't know the exact number, but whoever is subscribed to her, my belief is majority of them just do what actually she's doing. And that's the same thing with all the rest of these celebrities. They're swaying the narrative for a buck, in my opinion. And anybody else who don't go along to get along, they make your life a living hell. They discredit you, and they say you're crazy.
Yep.
They say all these things about you, and they make it harder for you to be an upright individual man in America who don't say the things that they want you to say.
Mm-hmm. That is so true. But we have to get out of that mindset. We're in a matrix. We don't really know what to do. But how about this? Let's just do what's best for me.
Yes.
You do what's best for you. You see somebody with a policy that you like, that's where you go. You know, but that's where I'm headed in 2022. I needed when I first started following you, Kwame, I needed to be attached. You know, I had a tragedy in my life, and I needed to be attached to my people even more so than I was before. And I found your channel, and you opened up my mind to a lot of things. And when I started listening to Ange, y'all open, you know, you whether you know it or y'all educating your people.
And that's what it's about. Because what I found out with Ange is that the information that she shared with us, and when the Breakfast Club attacked her the way that they did, I was like, I ain't never seen a black man and all these black people attack a woman like that in this era. So then I realized we really don't know policy. And so I told Ange, I said, Ange, what would be a great thing is when they start voting this time around, all of these candidates' policies need to be on your page, what they say. And it's not misinformation when it's what they say. And let's educate the people on policy and not the people. If they're voting for us to kill our kids in the womb, and that's not what you're about, then don't vote for that candidate. But you have to know their policy and what they're pushing. Because it's done been year after year, nothing changed. And only thing that other black folks do is divide the room over the white guy they like.
And then, and you all are educating our people. And I'm 110% behind y'all. And I will be coming to some events. I will be hooking up, you know, when we're getting together and whatever we need to do. And, you know, because I'm retired, but I have my own business. We have a tax office. We sell insurance. So, you know, we got a lot of things going. But my time is my own.
Right.
So I'm going to be connecting with you all. And I love this. I love it, love it, love it, because it seemed like we're getting somewhere. You know,
and this is the thing that we want to make sure, just like Kareem Regina said, this is about getting out the information. And I don't endorse any party. I'm the type of guy, I endorse policy. I have to see what it is you're about, what it is that you're saying. And if we're trying to have a more educated American, then we shouldn't care what the name of the person is. We should know exactly what they're going to do in their policy. I believe they should just put on the internet, here's the policy of this person, here's the policy of this person, and then let everybody decide.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea, because actually the people who I'm not Democrat. I'm not anything. I'm not Republican, Democrat. I'm not any of that. I'm looking at behaviors, what these people are doing for our people. And
me neither.
We are supposed to be able, we are supposed to enforce them to work for us once they're in office. That's how it really supposed to be. But they do get in office, they'll sell you a dream, and then get in office, and it's something different. So you're right, and I like that idea. Vote on policy.
That's it. Then we won't be fighting over the white man we like. What you got to say, brother?
Crazy. I'm out of here, y'all. Thank
All
y'all
right,
so
now salute
much.
to you.
But
Thank
I'm
you
a
so
big
much.
supporter,
Can you hear me?
and I tell everybody about you. I tell and to me, Kwame,
Salute to you.
thank you. And this is a movement, y'all. This is our movement.
I'm okay.
We're gonna do something. We're gonna make some changes. We're gonna have some solutions. And I'm with y'all, 110%.
Thank you
Okay.
so much.
Bye.
Hey, straight talk. I love callers like Miss Dale, them women that know how to educate. Because we all been trained to listen when a woman speak. We don't interrupt.
She remind me of my auntie.
Right. That's what I'm saying. You get that knowledge because you're gonna listen. So when you have a woman that's speaking life into us, it's a beautiful thing. But go ahead, brother.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Nice, man. I just want to say peace and blessings to everybody. Straight talk, man. Especially
Salute
you, dude.
to
I saw
you.
that edit last night. It was tight how you opened it up. Kwame, man, thank you for everything you doing, bro. I feel like I'm like a king of bust. I'm a nobody. I am a veteran. I got children in there right now,
Thanks
being
for your service, my
homeschooled.
brother.
Dude, don't even do that. I tell people all the time, if I wouldn't have went, they would have put me in jail. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to go, but I got two children there being homeschooled right now, and if I could, I just want to tell anybody out there who think you probably can't do it, you can do it, man. We something we struggle with a lot. It's something we thought that we were too ignorant to do, and then some days are better than others, but you can do it if you're facing a situation like we were facing, where your children are going to be in a school system that is just going to destroy their lives, man. I mean, some of these schools are like prisons. But I didn't come up here to take a bunch of time. I did want to say that to me, I do like what you guys are touching in with the women in the family. To me, and straight talking, Kwame, y'all probably both know about this. I don't know about it if people know so much, but a lot of this stuff started with Willie Lynch, man. When they were training people how to make slaves, the whole thing was to reverse our order and put the woman ahead of the man. And what you see is like, for me, it was like what started with our people went out to all people. So it started and they perfected it on the backs of black men. And I don't even like calling our people black, because people like to say, well, that black guy is a bust or that, but call somebody what we are, call us descendants of slaves. Then I think it's a little bit harder to knock what we achieve as men. To me, every man out there that is raising his children, keeping family, man, these guys are heroes, dude. That's the revolution we need right there in everybody's house. We need to see an end to pastors, preachers, teachers, mores, all this other kind of crap. Let's be brothers and sisters to each other, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I like about you, Kwame. And I saw for a second in your beginning, it was an organization that almost got me, almost tried to claw into you. I ain't gonna mention no names and nothing like that. But to me, that old system is time out for that, man. We got to be brothers, man. Not pork chop pastors and teachers. My thing is that if every man can follow this code of conduct in his own life, we'll all be straight. And to me, I just want to put this out there just as a because like the sister said, she said, if we get back to our roots, get back to what's natural. Miss Stanton said it, I think, earlier. Get back to that natural thing in regards to how they did my boy Kobe, man. And it's a lot of brothers that love Kobe, man. They need to stop playing with him. For real, for real. But she said we need to get back to what's natural. How do we do that? To me, man, I just want to testify from a cat who came from Alabama, out the mud. I ain't got nothing. I'm still ignorant to this. No college education, but I got a roof over my head. You see what I'm saying? I support and feed my children, organic food. I got lakefront right out front. Man, and I'm going to tell you, it's not, I do like the hell of a nigga thing because I feel like I'm a hell of a nigga too. But man, like I know, Kwame, it's the Father over our heads watching us, keeping us, man. And if I could tell my people anything, what happened for me and what changed my life the biggest, as I started to follow the law written in that book. You see what I'm saying? I did the street code for a while in my life, and I got a little brother down in the feds right now. Shout out to my little brother Justin, man. I love you, and I can't wait till you get home. But I did that for a second. But if you follow the commandments, man, it's simple stuff. A day of rest, no murder, no stealing, no killing, no adultery, don't covet what another man got, personal property rights. Man, that I don't see a religion in that book.
Not to cut you off, they got mad at me. I said, I'm a hell of a nigga because I don't shoot at black men. I own my own home. I bought my mama a house.
I thought that was so beautiful, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody, they tried to pervert our masculinity into
You know, you're a big man. How many men will you kill? And dude, I've been to war, man. And I'm gonna tell you, since I got back, you know, I'll never touch it. I don't have a rifle. If I ever get me some land, I'm working on it. I got my first trailer the other day, Kwame, and that's a shout out to you, man,
That's what I'm
for
talking
letting that game, you know, about how you buy an empty lot and put the pipes in, put the infrastructure in, and then sell it for a profit, man. Hey, I'm listening. I'm listening, man. Real estate has been good this year. So, but you know, I forget what I'm saying, man. You know, that sour diesel is good today. You
No,
know,
it's
I'm in
all good.
Arkansas. I'm in
Yeah,
Arkansas. We all
real.
legal. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
listening.
We all
Hey,
legal.
look, it's free game, man. It's
And
all
you know, man, I've been learning from these cats, man. I'm living on a lake, right? Check this out. And I got in here because the landlord who I was renting from for 4 years. Now, when I got this place, I'm just gonna shoot it straight. I had a felony, right? So I'm looking for a place, but at this time I got a felony on my record. Now it was expungible. I got it expunged, right? I had a felony on my record, so I had no choice but to get this place that I couldn't afford, lakefront. We get out here, me and my old girl, like, ain't no way we can afford it. I get the house, I got my 2 kids, and the father just starts blessing me, right? So I do a little bit better at my job. I make a little bit more money. I'm able to make it. But the landlord hooked me up on game. Old white fella named Rick. His wife is named Teresa, and I love both of them. They were parents to me when I had nobody in my life up here in Arkansas. I've been away from my people for far too long. But he hit me on game. He said, you know, you've been renting from me for about 3-4 years now. He said, you know how much money I'd have made on you? And I'm like, you know, I told him the rent from last month. You know, he's like, nah. You know, he told me how much he had made thus far over renting to me. And he said, you know, you could do the same thing. He said, you know what, bro, I'm going to do? Man, he gave me Kwame. This man sold me the house and gave me my rent equity back in the price.
Stop playing.
The house was worth 220. He sold it to me for 180, bro. I just refinanced today for 265. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to rent this thing out.
Congratulations.
Dude, it's the father, man. It's the father. And I just want to testify to anybody out there. It ain't about being perfect. So for the brothers who want to judge my brother Kwame, you see what I'm saying? You see us have a little drink. You see us have a little smoke. You know what I'm saying? We bump a little Project Pat.
Yeah.
Man, bro, you know, everybody just take it easy on yourself. Let's stop judging each other so much. If you see a black man, salute him. If you see somebody, man, it's just like we gotta, you know, let all this stuff go, man. Ain't none of us gonna keep that law perfect, okay? But how many of you really have stole something from somebody today? How many of you really have murdered somebody today? Not many of you. How many out there really out there beating somebody's girl's brains out right now? Not many of you, man. You see what I'm saying? So take it easy on yourself. I love y'all, man. Peace and blessings to you, man. Peace and blessings to all your families. You see what I'm saying?
Yes,
and man,
sir.
keep putting foot in ass. You know
Yes,
what I'm saying?
sir. Salute to
I
you, my
appreciate
brother.
it.
Salute to
So
you,
I
my
appreciate
brother.
y'all, man. I got to get it. And y'all have a great day.
Thanks,
You too.
man. Man, I love calls like that, man. Straight talk. Give us the last word, man. I'm so tired. I got to go get me something to eat and get up out of here. I might come back in a minute, but I got to get something to eat. I see John in the background. I had to let John up. John gonna talk for 10 hours. Hold up, John. What's up?
Salute to
I
y'all.
gotta finish.
Straight
What's up?
talk. I just had wanted to come in because I know you saw the live with Tough Love. So I had kind of
Yeah.
wanted
What's up with that, man? I thought he was positive.
Well, I know you heard my part when I was talking to him and everything.
I didn't watch the whole thing. Tell me your
Oh,
part. I didn't see none of that.
okay.
Act like I don't know nothing. Hold on, let me grab this plate real quick. Hold on, go.
All right. Well, straight talk, this is what it is though, right? And I ain't on nobody's side. You know, I rock with Kwame. But I'm a man and I know he can handle his own business. But I wanted to know for my own self, like, what do you gain from all this back and forth when it's really the bigger picture is to put that type of energy with positive energy towards the youth. See, you know, as grown men, when you get a certain age, certain things shouldn't keep playing out like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm not there to tell no grown man what to do, but
Yeah.
you know, it's still like with you know, I'm following you, but you're doing a little bit too much now. What's up? Now, it's on me if I decide that, look, maybe he's doing a little bit too much on the negative side and he's not doing enough positive. I can shy away from it. That don't mean that I like dislike a person. You feel what I'm saying? Because I know how to be around a man, and even if we don't agree with each other, we can still coincide. You feel what I'm saying? Because you know, I'm not a woman.
You know, I think you hit the nail on the head. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people need to learn how to agree to disagree. You know
That's
what
I
I mean?
said to him. Agree to disagree
You know
and
what I
move
mean?
forward. That's
Yeah.
it, man.
that's an art form that's being lost in today's time, I think. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and it was funny, straight talk, when she, it was a lady that was on the panel. Her name was, shout out to Jada LaRue. And she asked me, she say, why do you support Kwame? She was basically asking me, what gems do he drop to you?
Yeah.
I say, well, he was raised in the hood. I was raised in the hood. My mama was there in the house. His mama was in the house. No daddy was around, but physical, but he wasn't in the house. I say, I had to go to them WIC programs and get that free cheese, the thick ass peanut butter and all that, right?
Yeah.
So then I say, well, he donate to the kids. He never forgot the kids.
Real, the
He's already
cornflakes.
reached out to the kids. Right, so I didn't want
Dry
them to
ass cornflakes.
So yeah, man, but I just wanted to understand. I know I didn't have to explain myself to her, but like she asked a straight up question, I gave her the answer. It's a lot. It's a lot in Kwame that's in me. The only difference is that you play NBA, and I don't even care nothing about that. That's what all this just was.
Let me ask you this, John.
Huh?
Why don't we critique our so-called oppressor the way we critique another black man? Why are they not? We got an election coming up where we are losing our rights. You got YouTube after YouTuber critiquing another black man on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Biden's approval rating is at 5%. That 5% of the people thought he could. 72% of Americans think he sucked. Why aren't none of these black YouTubers focusing their energy on something like that, other than another YouTuber, whether you like them or don't?
It's not even just politics.
They're gonna get canceled.
It's anything. Like the other day, I had a person come on my comment section, and they asked me, why is Kwame talking about LeBron? And my response to them was, do you ever ask Skip Bayless why he says what he says about LeBron?
Or Stephen A?
You know what I mean?
Or Chris Bouchard.
Yeah, like or if we talk about any issues pertaining to our community, they asking us why are we talking about it, and I always respond is, okay, do y'all go on Vlad and ask Vlad why is he interviewing every murderer and drug dealer from our community?
No, they why is he doing it from the TV monitor screen? Why he can't be there right there with him to talk to him? I always wondered that.
You know what I mean?
What is the purpose of talking to him?
So he can
listen.
Because he can paint the picture. He tried to see. This would Vlad be on, and I call his game because I've watched him and I watched a lot of interviews that he do. Right?
Yeah.
Vlad says that he tries to help, like, okay, for instance, Charleston White. Now, he was saying a whole lot of craziness on the internet, on YouTube, and they demonetized his page some type of way or whatever, right? So, but Vlad was talking to him behind the scenes, was trying to tell him, like, man, look, you might want to lay off on saying this too much, saying that too much. Mm-hmm. You know how he is, man, fuck that, I'm going to do what I want to do. Then they got him, right? But he can't say that Vlad, I guess they sold some type of homage to him or something. And that's, to me, weird. I'm not sure, no disrespect to no white, all white people is not bad. So I won't say that.
They're not.
But
they're not.
I'm trying to stick with my own first before I go over there, and I'm not doing that. I feel like that's like dating a white chick. That's like dating a white chick. And I have nothing against no white women, none of that. But I love my black women. So why would I even go there? It's the same thing. It's the same thing to me.
It's something else about that Vlad and Charleston White situation that I want to bring up. I don't think people caught this. Charleston White said Vlad talked to YouTube and got his channel back forward.
Speak on it.
How does Vlad have that much power within YouTube to talk to YouTube directly to get somebody's channel back?
He working with him, B.
Exactly.
He working with him. And that's why he's trying to get Kwame to get on his show,
Yep.
so he can swindle you and put you in that dulo twist and get you to
Yep.
working with him too. Because
That
they see
working
that
dulo
you got
twist.
traction. Shit, they ain't dumb.
Well, like I told all these YouTubers that's talking about my numbers, I know a company that I can sign up with that has a relationship with YouTube, and all those number issues, ad limited issues would go away. But my thing is, it doesn't make sense to me. I got already a partnership with YouTube, and I'm a partner with a partner of YouTube. So that's two other people get now. Y'all can ad limit, do whatever you go do. You just proving my point. You're proving my point that in America, you got to stick your hands in another man's pocket. I say it all the time. A lot of folks don't know how to make money. They create these other companies. They create partnerships with companies, and then they basically poach off of other people's talent. You know what I mean? I don't have a production company. I don't have a crew. So I'm just doing this as me, as an individual American. We all, once we open our phone, we're journalists. We're journalists.
Pretty
So
much.
I have to pay somebody to do that. And so the way they have it set up, that if you don't go along to get along, then they're going to make your channel, they're going to make your life, they're going to try to make you do what the other guys do, flip and say, you know what, find something to talk against this guy, because the way the system works, they're going like Tough Love. I unsubscribed from his page, but that video somehow still found its way to my page on my news. And I'm like, wow, this is amazing. The negativity comes to my page. I don't want to see this. I'm subscribed to Straight Talk. I haven't got one notification. I'm subscribed to Self Talk. I got one notification. Carcino, I have to go to these individual men's page and type it in order to see their stuff.
Yeah.
So, but man, I want to
too. With you,
I'm gonna let y'all two get the last word because I got to get up out of here in a minute. I got some things I got to do.
All right.
But go ahead.
Well, I'm about to get up out of here too, man. I got to get my car went down on me, Kwame. I man, it's a long story, man. I got to get it right. But anyway,
bro, it's freezing up there in Chicago. That's why.
Yeah, but man, it was something else going on with it, and I had some service done to it. So I won't speak on that because I got to check it out first before I assume. So, but yeah, anyway, man. I know y'all brothers will come to a mutual understanding. That was my whole point. And ask me all the questions. All I was trying to get her to understand is that I don't follow no man. Now, I want to be clear. I can agree with mostly what you talk about. I say it's a lot of things that I may not agree with, but that don't mean that I dislike you or Straight Talk or whoever, Carcino, whoever it is. We as men have to really understand that we can agree to disagree and move forward. That's it, man. That's just the really bottom line.
But that's what I didn't get with the whole Tough Love thing. He's claiming to be a positive individual, but he makes a panel with all of my detractors, FYF Sport, all these guys that talk negative. And it's like, it's not one video, it's video after video after video. It's like, dang, if you don't agree with somebody, just stop watching them. You got these men got to grow up at some point on this YouTube thing. If you don't, if I ever don't agree with a YouTuber, I am no longer watching. There's several YouTubers I unsubscribe from because I don't want to hear what you have to say. I don't need to get a snippet of it and say, well, let me respond to it. No, you said I was dumb. You said I was stupid. You said I was drunk. And the thing about Tough Love, I can spot a guy like that a mile away. In every interview, in every situation, and every time he's talked about me, is something negative that I can pick out. On the Miss 504 interview, I'm drinking my water. I got up to go answer the phone. He's like, oh yeah, he got to go get a bathroom break. That's right after the narrative that Gilbertarenas is saying I'm drinking beer. So these guys say the same thing. Then he gets on the panel. If I'm at a bar and somebody's antagonizing me, come over, I'm not going to be drinking and then come back because all I'm going to do is yell at that guy. I don't give a fuck if I just woke up out of bed. If John tell me I ain't no man and that's what I hear, I'm waking up like, what the fuck?
Then I already know what that means. If I say that to you, then you about to come.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like they act as if they got to make an excuse for my actions. You ask me a question and I'm telling you what it is. You ain't no man I know that's worth the salt on his back gonna have some nigga talking about you ain't no man and come up here and I'll leave you alone if you come up here. Where that happens at?
I don't know. I don't even know no shit like that to even happen big, because I don't know no man that's gonna talk to me like that. It's either we gonna fight or it's gonna be a I bet. And if a motherfucker say I bet,
but you'll never see a Gilbert Arenas. So I knew the arena that we was in. We on the internet. Gilbert will tell you, oh, we're fighting. We're 40. He gonna play the internet game. So my thing, I came in the way that you came in. I don't give a fuck how nice you talk. If you're gonna talk condescending towards me, then it's on.
Right, I'm through with that nice talk too, Kwame. I'm with you on that. I'm so sick of people talking so nice, man, instead of just being themselves, man.
Being real.
Yeah, just be yourself.
But man, shout out to you, brother. Straight talk. You got anything before we go?
I appreciate
I just want to say,
you,
black men, black women is not our enemy. Black men is not your enemy.
And I agree with that. We got to get people, if we're going to build some black nation, we can't have people saying, I'm never going to sleep with a black woman or be with a black woman. We can't have women saying, I'm never going to sleep with or be with a black man. If that's your opinion, keep it to yourself. Yeah. But we don't need to spread that throughout our community, because that don't make no sense. So salute to you, brother. Keep cranking
salute
out.
To you, bro.
Yes, sir. And keep being real, man. Keep being real.
For sure.
Yes, sir. Thank you, brother, for coming on the panel.
Thank you.
All right, brother. Hey, man, shout out once again for Straight Talk TV for giving me his time. Shout out to all the guys that came in. We going to kick their drawers in the ass with the work. They're going to keep finding a reason not to like me, not to like you guys. They're going to claim we'll go along, get along gang. But they're not really having conversations like this. They're going to have conversations about other men that they want to disrespect that ain't going to solve nothing in the world. So my thing is, I have these teachable moments where we teach you how to identify the hatred, the jealousy of another man. You shouldn't put your eyes on another man and give your opinion in a way it diminishes another man. When I spoke about LeBron James, I played on the same level as LeBron James. I spoke about a specific issue that I was taught not to do. I've never diminished LeBron James' character, never called him out his name. He's going to go down in history as one of the greatest players ever. I can still disagree with him reading a stat sheet on the bench. That does not qualify as hate. That qualifies as a man that was in the same era, the same background as he came up, that does not agree with one particular thing that he did. Now, I don't know where y'all grew up at, but a man does not have to agree with everything that someone does. But in this world, if we don't like a person, then everything he do is wrong. But if we like him, then you can't say anything about what he does. And that's sad. But I hope we all can grow up, that we can mature, and let's focus on something real.